What's up everybody, it's your boy Versace Pokemon and this is Pokemon Unbound 2 Insane Mode, and I can tell you right now that is a very accurate description of this game mode. Insane. We haven't even made it to the second gym yet and we're already stuck on this battle right here. This is going to be a double battle and we are teaming up with our rival here, and as you can probably already guess, he is absolutely useless. Just to reiterate, Insane Mode means the opponents have greatly enhanced AI, there are level caps, the opponents have competitive movesets, we are stuck on set mode, no items in battle, and this is not sandbox mode. If you guys don't know what that is, it doesn't really matter. So we have somewhat of a plan here going into this. It is a double battle like I said, so we get to choose 3 Pokemon here, and each of these Pokemon serves a very specific purpose. We do not have control over our teammate's Pokemon or what he does, but without further ado, here we go, let's get it. Team Shadow Marlon and his Grunt. For an early game battle, this is actually crazy, but here we go. They're going to send out Sableye and Krokorok, and we're going to start with Azumarill and Staravia. Staravia is going to get off the Intimidate. This is going to be important on the Krokorok, and you'll see why next turn. But our Azumarill here, as you'll see, is going to do most of the heavy lifting this battle. So this first turn, we're going to get hit with Fake Out. It doesn't matter what we do, there's nothing we can really do about it. They always target us. We get faked out this first turn, no problem. Staravia goes for Feather Dance on the Krokorok, which means he is now -3 attack after the Intimidate as well. Krokorok hits the Rock Slide. It's not going to do very much damage at all. So now we have to predict what they're going to do on the next turn. Because Krokorok is -3 attack, he always switches out here. And they switch into Swoobat, which is the most dangerous Pokemon on their team, in my opinion. So we cannot let him Calm Mind up. We're going to target that slot, predicting the switch out. Staravia is going to avoid the Will-O-Wisp out of Sableye and attack with Aerial Ace into the Swoobat. Azumarill hits the Play Rough. It's not going to be quite enough to take him out, but we get off some serious damage, which is very important. We're free to focus the Swoobat slot now. He most likely goes for Calm Mind on the first turn. Sableye always goes for Will-O-Wisp until both of us are burned. That is his role. He is a Prankster Will-O-Wisp user as a support Pokemon. As predicted, Swoobat goes for the Calm Mind, and his ability is going to boost his special attack and special defense sharply. That's why it's so important that we take him out on this turn, or else he outspeeds and sweeps the whole team. Despite being burned, Staravia hits the Aerial Ace and it's enough to take him out. We go for Play Rough on the Sableye, and unfortunately it misses with 90% accuracy. So everything is going according to plan, except that miss is really going to hurt us here. So Cagnia comes out and we can predict a Grass type move into the Azumarill slot, as well as the priority Will-O-Wisp out of Sableye. That's what the ability Prankster does. It turns status move into priority moves. However, Prankster does not work on Dark type Pokemon. It doesn't affect Dark type Pokemon. So that's why Stunky here is the perfect switch in. Stunky's gonna immune the Will-O-Wisp, and we're hoping to see a Grass move into the Stunky slot so we can resist, but he actually goes for Thunder Punch on the Staravia. We predict wrong, unfortunately, and Staravia is gonna go down. Although it's not the worst outcome in the world because Staravia was burned, so he is essentially useless anyway. So Magnemite is going to come out here. Magnemite is not entirely useless, and you'll see in just a minute here. But what we want to do with Stunky is we want to get off an Acid Spray here on the Cacnea. It's not going to do very much damage. Stunky does not have very good attack or special attack, but we want to get the Acid Spray off here to lower special defense by 2 stages. As I said before, Sableye's role is to just spam Will-O-Wisp, so he hits the Magnemite with the burn. That's not the end of the world because Magnemite is a special attacker and a screen setter, but we get off the Acid Spray, doing a little bit of damage, but more importantly, lowering his special defense harshly. Magnemite here is going to use the first turn to set up the light screen, which is actually really good. Our partner here actually not being entirely useless for once. So Cagnia hits the Thunder Punch on Stunky. This is a physical move. Unfortunately, it's going to do about half damage, but Stunky's going to hang in there, and at least we don't get paralyzed. Now that Magnemite is burned and Stunky is unable to be burned, the Sableye goes for Torment, which is not really that bad considering he uses it on the Magnemite as well. Now we get the Venoshock off, and this should be enough to take out Cacnea. As you can see, this is a basic double battle strategy, just focusing down the one side, and now that Sableye has been rendered almost useless, we can use that to our advantage. Magnemite sets up the Reflect on the next turn, and we're in a decent position here. That right slot is down to his last remaining Pokemon, so we're going to hope to take it out as soon as possible and get this battle to a 2v1. Also, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more videos like this every week. I just sneak that one in there. So we've got Krokorok on the field now. We're in a bit of an awkward position. We predict he's going to go for a ground type move like Bulldoze, being super effective against Stunky and Magnemite, but we don't want to switch out. We need as much health on Azumarill as possible for later, and we don't want Gabite to take any damage either, so the best move here is to stay in with Stunky and get off as much damage as possible in this next turn. So we're going to go for Acid Spray. Sableye is going to go back, and this is actually bad news. Shiftry is going to come out, and Shiftry is dangerous. Croc actually goes for the Rock Slide rather than Bulldoze. This is going to hit Stunky for neutral damage, and Magnemite avoids the attack. So that could have gone way worse. Stunky's going to hit the Acid Spray, doing very little damage, but we are going to reduce his special defense by 2. Magnemite uses Thunder Wave on Shiftry on the switch-in, and this is huge. This is going to be crucial for later on. Magnemite actually coming in clutch, our partner actually doing something useful, and this is actually going to save us later. So now we have the option to stay in and attack Shiftry for super effective damage, but here we predict that he uses Heat Wave. I know that Heat Wave is a weird move for Shiftry to know, but he uses a Fire Gem boosted Heat Wave. Because he sees Magnemite on the field, it does super effective damage, so we can either switch into Azumarill, who will resist it, or Gabite will resist it as well. So we go into Gabite here having a 4 times weakness to fire. Also, we don't want Azumarill out just yet because obviously the Shiftry knows grass moves as well. Our teammate makes a smart move here and switches out Magnemite for Golett. We get hit with the Rock Slide out of Croc. We don't dodge, unfortunately, but it does very little to no damage. Very good switches by both us and our teammate here. As predicted, Shiftry goes for a Fire Gem boosted Heat Wave. We will both resist this and still take a decent amount of damage. But now we've set ourselves up pretty good here. We've got a good type matchup here. Shiftry doesn't have anything that can really hurt us anymore. He's also paralyzed, which means he will move last. Croc attacks first with Rock Slide, but we dodge. Golett is going to get hit, but he's going to type resist. It's not going to do very much damage. So now it's time to take this thing out. We have to go on the offensive here. Golett heals up a little bit with the Berry Juice, which is good. Gabite moves next with Dual Chop. We're going to do everything we can to take out this Croc as soon as possible. As I said before, try to get this down to a 2v1. Golett uses an Ice Punch. This is going to be super effective, and this is going to be enough to take out the Croc. Let's go. Our teammate really coming in clutch here. A huge reason why this battle is actually going decently well compared to the previous attempts. We get the full para on Shiftry, and this is huge. We got the 2v1. Shiftry is paralyzed, and it's now time for a full-on assault. We need to just attack this thing, and it's 2v1. We have the advantage. We just need to hit this thing with as much damage as possible. We go for Dual Chop again. It's going to do neutral damage, but still not doing very much at all. Golett is going to use Ice Punch. This is super effective now, and is not quite enough to take him out just yet. But we get the full para once again. 2 paralysis in a row. After so much bad RNG, it's only fair that this game cuts me some slack and gives me some luck once in a while. So we get the final Dual Chop off and finish off the Shiftry. Now I know what you guys are thinking. It's all downhill from here. We got this in a bag, but you are sadly mistaken. They could very well come back from this. As they send out Hitmonchan, this thing is a menace. This thing is super dangerous, and you'll see why in just a minute. So we want to decide between Bulldoze and Dual Chop here. Bulldoze would reduce the speed, but Dual Chop is going to do more damage. Decide to go for the straight damage. It's important that we take this thing out and end this battle as soon as possible. But unfortunately, we get hit with the Fake Out, and Gabite is going to be flinched for the turn. Golett attacks with Shadow Punch, and this is going to do about a quarter of his health, just as the light screen wears off. That's right, the screens have still been up. All this damage we've been taking is still with screens up. We get hit with Drain Punch, and Reflect is still up. It will end next turn, but it is not enough to save Gabite. He's going to go down to the Drain Punch. Golett attacks with Shadow Punch. It's going to get a lucky crit, and Hitmonchan is down to about half health now. As you can see, the Reflect has worn off, and this is very dangerous because he has Drain Punch, which means one attack and he can heal back all of his health. You need to play this very carefully because one small slip up and this Hitmonchan could totally come back and sweep the rest of the team. So even though Reflect is down, we've got a Azumarill in. If he uses Drain Punch, both of our mons will resist or immune it. So he goes for Ice Punch on the Golett. This is going to be super effective and definitely enough to take him out. So he didn't restore any health with Drain Punch. It's now our turn to attack, but we missed the Play Rough 90% accuracy. We might have just blew our one chance to take this thing out because Magnemite is going to come out now. Hitmonchan will move first with Drain Punch for super effective damage, take out Magnemite, and he's going to restore all of his health. Now I don't know if he's out of range of a one-shot from Play Rough, but either way, it's down to the 1v1. Play Rough is going to connect this time. We definitely need this to one-shot, and we get the one-shot. Of course we do. Azu is a beast. He has huge power and ability that boosts attack, making us strong enough to take out the Hitmonchan in one shot. But it's not over yet. Sableye is going to come back out to play. First turn, he always goes for fake out. Nothing we can do about that. We take a little bit of damage, but we should be all right. Sableye is a support Pokemon, so he shouldn't be able to do too much in a 1v1. Of course, he goes for the Prankster Will-O-Wisp on the first turn. This is going to cut our attack in half. But luckily for us, we have the Ross Berry, and we saved it for now. Azumarill is going to get the Play Rough off. Super effective against the Sableye, but it's not quite enough to take him out. The battle is not over yet. Let's see if Sableye's got any more tricks up his sleeve. Let's see if we can do anything about that. One more attack is all it's going to take. He hits the Will-O-Wisp. This time we are going to get burned, cutting our attack in half. Will Play Rough be enough to finish him off? It all comes down to this. Huge Power Azu. Let's go. Let's go. Azumarill saving the day. What'd I tell you guys? MVP, carried the team on his back, putting in that work, and got the job done. Guys, I am so happy that this battle is over. I hope it looked as hard as it was, because this was actually crazy for an early game battle. Unbound 2, insane, definitely living up to the hype. And this game for sure is at least in the running of being the hardest Pokemon game I've ever played. And we're not even at the second gym yet. So I'm hoping that this game's got a lot more in store for us. I'm excited for even harder battles than this. And I hope you guys are too. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. I always love talking to you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.